Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Sebastian Stroller, and today we want to talk about physical trauma, and I want to share with you understanding that may release or relieve a bit pressure from you of your standing to that specific trauma. We need to understand that we live inside the system, and each of this systems provide subsystems. For example, the traffic system in your country, or the juristic system in your country. If we have faced any kind of physical or mental abuse, physical trauma, what had required, would require, or require juristic intervention, it is important to understand that that system is not to solve, to fix, or to heal your trauma. That system, including all processes, are built to punish the perpetrator. The traffic system in your country does not give you freedom. And the juristic system in your country does not give you justice. The juristic system is built on predefined laws, what cover any kind of criminal activity, wrongdoing, and so on, within ranges. and the perpetrator get punishment within those ranges, within certain punishment. This is not justice. Justice would be if you could decide what happened with the perpetrator. But at scale, in a country, the juristic system have an important place. And even we have a lot of processes within the system. That system cannot punish every perpetrator. The system itself is overwhelmed within the system. But we need the system anyway. And it is important that if your trauma would require juristic intervention, that you bring your trauma, your case in this system. And then done. The rest is out of your control. You would be required to solve your trauma within you. This only requires you. It needs a processing and an integration into your emotional system, into your emotional world. I don't say this is easy, but I say whatever decisions, judgings, and so on are made within juristic intervention, this won't solve your emotional world. Because no external event solve an internal state. And how can a stranger within an external system who decides what's justice for what was happened with you? Only people who facing similar events happen could maybe understand how you feel. And this also depending on the experiences within trauma. Again, it is important that you give your event that requires juristic intervention into the system. Doesn't matter what you think about this. If you think it's useless, they don't do anything, doesn't matter. You give this into the system and then done. What happened, happened. What not happen, not happen. This won't change your inner state. And then this need an active intervention from yourself to look at, to understand, to process, to integrate, and give this event the right place within you. And now I know what you're asking. But what is with the perpetrator? The difference between the perpetrator and the victim. Victims can process and integrate that. And life could go on. The perpetrator, on the opposite, need to cover up this wrongdoing or these criminal activities. And to cover it up, he need to lie, pretend, perform, and lying, pretending, performing, and so on is fear. And if you know the perpetrator is pretending and performing and lying and cover things up, then you know he have fear. Then you know he's aware of the wrongdoing. And if he is aware of the wrongdoing, his nervous system will respond to that. Cover up, performing, pretending, and lying is a self-regulation process, like using substances to calm you down, to regulate yourself. Lying, pretending, performing is fear. Fear is they know the wrongdoing, and with every performance, every pretending, every lie, he calms himself. And every performance and every pretending gives you a clear picture from their inner state. And as you face the trauma you don't have processed yet, then you know how this burns, how you feel. They feel exactly the same thing. And every action they're doing external proves it. And on top of lying, pretending, performing, come guilt. And you, as the victim, you can process and integrate, but the perpetrator cannot integrate lies, performance, pretending, and guilt. They cannot. To process guilt, you need to be capable to reflect. And if they could reflect, they would not harm you. You may sit there and think, how is this possible? How can their life ongoing and you have to suffer? But they are not living life. They're performing life. They perform partner. They perform parent. They perform employee, boss, whatever. They perform in their social in their social environments to cover this up. Their life is circling around you. But your life should not circling around this event. And if, or especially if a certain time frame is already done, and nothing have changed, then is it maybe a good timing to try something different? Our life or life is about that we grow. You have the chance to grow. The perpetrator cannot, because they need reflection and they don't have it, and their nervous system will respond to that. And they feel like you feel. You need the mindset of thank you that you have let me feel this. And now enjoy your feelings. And if you need my support by finding, processing, and give it to the right space, if you need my help, I work online and directly in Chiang Mai in Thailand. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.